Hey Cancer, I'm Eleanor and this is Peaches by Starlight Tarot and I'm here with your March general tarot reading. Career and love are going to drop in a couple weeks, so subscribe and hit the bell to catch those. So to start off, your energetic theme for March is allow. So it might sound easier than it is, I know, but all you have to do is raise your sails like on a boat and let the universe do the work for a stretch. It is going to take trust to go with the flow. And I am already feeling some resistance and some pushback with this. So let's see what you're being asked to surrender to, and maybe we can get you excited and or put your mind at ease so that it will get out of the way. So the first thing you have to allow, you have the Ace of Pentacles. It looks really dark in my camera, but hopefully I'll pick that up. So you have to allow someone to give you a gift. And why does this seem difficult? I feel like you have a hard time receiving without feeling like you have to reciprocate or even things out right away. It's like you give plenty into the flow, so allow something to flow back to you. You don't have to even any score. All you have to do is treat the gift well or, make good use of it. And it could be something small anyway, and you just have to turn it into something bigger. It's like, it's up to you what you do with it, how big of a gift it actually is. So the next thing you have, this is a little bit tricky. You have the Devil. So you might have a detrimental habit or an attachment. And what you have to allow is a little bit of withdrawal. But a feeling of freedom is on the other side of it. And the Devil represents a parasitic energy in your life. So that isn't easily recognizable on the surface as such. So it might hurt at first to detach it, but you deserve this relief and to be released from it. Like, even if it's something healthy, the attachment could be unhealthy if you have anxiety around not getting it just once. Okay, so yeah, they say moderation, even in moderation, right? So, the next thing you have is Judgment. And so say yes to that soul call, Cancer. Stand up when you hear your name being called into purpose. Allow yourself to give in to an opportunity, something that makes you feel more alive, more connected, more on task in your life. Like, it's an inevitable part of your story and you can't sleep through it. So allow yourself to wake up and to follow that calling. The next thing you have is the Nine of Cups. Allow yourself to make big wishes and allow yourself to celebrate your wins along the way, even if you aren't at the final goal. Allow yourself to feel joy in the little things. Let yourself be happy. I mean, that sounds so silly. Like, why wouldn't someone allow themselves to be happy? But there's something here about not letting yourself be happy until some future achievement. And it's always a moving goalpost. Like, I'll be happy when everything is perfect. It's like, well, you'll never be happy then. Allow some joy to creep into your imperfect but still pretty awesome present. And finally, you have the Four of Swords. Allow yourself, for heaven's sake, to rest. Allow yourself to take one day off to do nothing. Give your mind a break. It's like the most productive thing you can do sometimes is literally nothing, to let the motor cool down before it burns itself out. It's like your workout doesn't build muscle. It's the regeneration it does on rest day. And that's metaphorically speaking, but it is also scientifically true. So doing nothing doesn't have to mean that you're available or not doing anything. You're doing a thing. You're actively doing nothing. Now, if that seems lazy, it shouldn't, because think about how hard that is to actually do. So lean into that. You are doing something hard, so be proud, right? So that is some insight into what you need to allow. So let's see what else, what's the rest of the story we can get from these. With the Ace of Pentacles and the Devil, I think some of you might be afraid of accepting something because you fear there might be strings attached, like the lifetime of servitude in the new Willy Wonka movie, some sort of fine print. And yes, do read the fine print, absolutely, because whether or not this is an irrational fear or it's real, that's where you're going to find the answer in that fine print. So I feel like there might be somewhere in there an if-then statement, like, if you can take this gift and do X, Y, Z with it, there's no cost. If you waste it, you have to pay it back, something kind of like that. I know there are certain like loans and grants that operate that way. You don't have to pay back if you do, you know, certain things with the benefits. So here with the Devil and Judgment, I think some of you could be ignoring or denying a soul call because you have tied yourself to something. And what that is it's taking more than it's giving, but you may not be ready to give up those breadcrumbs. Not just yet, but that's what they are. They're crumbs, and they want you to wake up to the reality of this imbalance, this trap, and to be free to pursue your real lifetime goals, not just something that the goal to find short-term relief, but long-term joy. So there, with these two, there's a sense of self-satisfaction or self-gratification when you do say yes to something. It's like you get an immediate reward. Something that you're awakening to feels absolutely delicious, and you're reveling in it like Scrooge McDuck and his, you know, pile of gold, right? So like there's something here about perfection in the Zen sense. It's like there's no such thing as a flawless person or a flawless life, but there is a recognition of perfection being things exactly as they are. The perfection of the moment, the perfection of you as you are right now without changing anything. The perfection of allowing yourself to just be, even if it's just for 1 minute. And finally, you have this Nine of Cups with the Four of Swords. Speaking of letting yourself just be, that's exactly what's happening here. Allow yourself as you are to exist right now in this moment without fighting to change or grow. Acceptance is not the same as resignation. So allow yourself to grow and to change because it feels good, not as a punishment for being imperfect. So that is overall what I have for you, and Career and Love will be coming out shortly. Thank you, Cancer.